Hello, hello, good morning. How are you all doing today? Happy Monday. And if you're in the United States, happy President's Day. It's a holiday for most of us. Although I'm kind of self-employed now, so holidays don't count for those of us self-employed people. As those of you who are also self-employed know very well. Asitsu, hello. How are you doing today? All right. Where do I want to set the chat? I think I want more room up there. I don't know how to make this go away. That would be nice. But I think it's just like as people chat, that will show up. That will like move upwards and go away. Right. Today we're continuing on with CodeCrafters. The entire build your own Git thing. Nope, don't want that. I want to grab you and put you up. Like, I'm gonna guess you can go down there. I mean, that kind of works. Okay, so where did we leave off? I had a meeting, I think, last time, so I had to leave early. And because it's a holiday, I have a meeting tomorrow at like 3 or so, maybe 2:30, maybe 2. I might have a meeting at 2. So tomorrow's stream has to end a little bit early, like around 1 o'clock. But besides that, I don't really have today, nothing really like on the schedule. So we can go as long as my brain works, which is always fun. Suyash, hello. That's a bad news, I guess. Oh yeah, the not having any holidays as a self-employed person. Yeah, it's I think it's especially like if you're also self-employed contractor, you generally don't get holidays too. It's one of those like, and by don't get holidays, what it really means is that if you don't work, you don't get paid. Usually, if you're working for another company, they pay you to take the day off on those holidays. And there's usually around 10 per year. So it's one of those like, oh, I have more freedom. Also, I don't get paid. Um, you know, back and forth here and there. I can't remember. Did I say how are you doing? Did I ask how are you doing, Siyash? If I didn't, how are you doing? But the thing is, you're in Boston, you can work, and you can really work on holidays to complete the task soon. Yes, absolutely true. Very, very, very true. I am not recording videos today, so I need to turn off that. Where is my Nightbot? There you are. Nightbot, timers. Disable that timer. Okay. No, that it's very true. The having the freedom, like that's the price you pay, right? My life is going pretty well right now. I've got the weather has been a little bit odd and a little bit unfortunate. It's been really cold every weekend and really warm on the weekdays. So I can go out and like do some walks during the day because of, you know, that same freedom we were talking about. My wife, not so lucky. She wants to go out on the weekends and go hiking and other stuff, and it's like 18 degrees Fahrenheit, and there's snow all over the ground. So like none of the hiking, all the trails are closed. And even if the website doesn't say they're closed, you drive there and it's like, oh yeah, they're closed, and they just didn't update the website. So we're hoping that maybe this upcoming weekend we can go out and hike together. It'd be really nice to actually go out into like nature instead of just be holed up inside all weekend because of snow. And this isn't like Denver's not even such a like a huge like snowy cold place. Like there many more places in the northeast of us are way worse. Like that snow will last forever. Like the entire season. Nature is such a healer. It is. It is. I've always like envied the streamers who are able to figure out ways to like do streams while like walking around outside or something else, and like have it be like valid, like not just look like, okay, I'm just trying to force it. I don't have the equipment to do that. And maybe if I do, I could do some like talking streams or something. But maybe someday. I would really say it helps a lot whenever I feel irritated and annoyed. I just go into nature and try to take all the breeze in. Yeah, I remember reading a story, maybe an article somewhere, where being near trees can help the immune system. Citations needed, I know, and I don't have them because this was a long time ago. It might have been something like in Scientific American magazine or something like that. But I believe it. I feel way better when I like go out there and there's like trees and green things and other stuff, and not just like, you know, the token tree that they put in front of every house. Okay, so where were we with this? So if I remember correctly, we actually were getting pretty far into which one was it? It was, oh, we're cloning. So in clone, we are processing the ref discovery response. And in here, I believe we're grabbing all this information and just getting out. You have formulated your own scientific principles, and the closer you are to natural things, then the man-made things that we really get a far better and healthier. Yeah, I agree with that. My parents live in a very natural like place. Like they live in like mountains, they live in like forests or surrounding them, and it's the only negative about that place. Well, there's a few negatives, but like the big negative is lack of internet. The only internet that they can possibly get is satellite internet, and even they did get they did get Starlink, but Starlink is still like, I've done actually a few streams from there on Starlink, and I have to drop the bit rate to like 1500, maybe even 1200. I have to set the latency to like ultra high or ultra high latency, and I set like the frames per second to like 25 or something like that. The basically the lowest you can go before people are like, what is wrong with this? And then I can stream on it, and that's fine. I cannot do work though. Like I can do some Zoom meetings, but if I try to do a Teams meeting, Microsoft Teams, I swear that Microsoft doesn't know that people don't have high-speed internet. They like Teams just assumes that you have a high-speed internet and doesn't even try to like downcast anything at all. if you're on a low internet, they're just like, well, I guess we're just gonna cut you out of the call now because your internet sucks. You know, Elon is such a person. I mean, yeah, true. He is a person. Okay, let's see. So we get the branch, we get all that stuff. I get the get ref thing. We get the commit information. So we get the pack file. That's like getting the pack file stuff. Okay, so here we have some tests. Where was this that we were working on? You know what I kind of wish that Helix had? And the packages, like any kind of like packages or modules or mods or whatever that we can add in to Helix would really help out with this. The lenses, like Git lens, where I can like maybe show, oh yeah, like this function was like, you know, the most recently updated one. That would be really nice. Plugins, yes. Okay, plugins is the right. I was thinking like plugins, and then the other word that popped into my head right after that was extensions. Either of those would work really well, and that's what you get with NeoVim. NeoVim you can turn into whatever you want because of the plugins. And you can make it as slow as you want because of the plugins too. That is one thing, is like, this is pretty fast. Also because we're very feature light. Okay, so was it here, or was I handling normal object type? Don't reveal our bitter NeoVim truths. Yeah, I think that's something that a lot of people is like, hey, I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna re-implement VS Code in NeoVim, which you absolutely can do. And then it's like, my NeoVim takes like forever to load. It's like, well, oh, I remember somebody else was complaining that NeoVim was taking up 100 megabytes of RAM every hour. Like it was just eating it, and it was just going to nowhere. And it's like, okay, well, please don't blame NeoVim for that. That's clearly a plugin. And they're like, no, it can't be. It's like, no, it's a plugin. Try removing all your plugins and then see if they're like, okay, yeah, it's a plugin. All right, I'm just going back up and down in this code, like blindly looking for what I want, but without actually thinking, and that's not working. I'm pretty sure that this is where we are. So, you know what? We should just run this. Oh, I already had this all open. Ooh. That's sure. Go ahead and update. Have I done the VS Code graphical change into NeoVim? VS Code graphical change into NeoVim? Is that an extension that basically turns VS Code into NeoVim at, like, it makes it look like NeoVim? No, I haven't. I haven't even heard of. So, ironically, maybe not ironically, I don't like Vim mode in VS Code. I didn't like it in Atom before that. I didn't like it in Sublime. I like the Vim mode in Vim and NeoVim and Helix, but I don't like to do it in like the graphical editors that weren't designed with that to begin with. It just feels too kludgy for me, and it just doesn't work. Like, you can really import your init.vim and it would really convert the VS Code into a minimal looking and similar to NeoVim. Interesting. Let me see if I can add this into. Oh, I need, where's my notes? What's it called? Oh yeah. If you have a YouTube video for that, go ahead and link it. I think that I have YouTube allowed as links, but we'll find out. Josh, hello. How are you doing today? Does Helix have a Vim mode? Last time I checked, there were some key bindings. So when I said Vim mode in Helix, what I really meant was like the motions. Oh, my YouTube channel is not streaming? Oh no. Oh, it's stuck on. Why is that not streaming? Okay, so I clicked the go live button on it, and then I immediately tabbed away, and apparently that paused. Cool. Lovely. Hello, everybody on YouTube. I started a little while ago. I pressed the go live button and immediately tabbed away. And then apparently in browsers, they halt all the JavaScript code that's running. And so the go live didn't actually complete. It waited patiently for me to come back to actually finish doing that. So next time, tomorrow, I will have more patience and let it actually go live before I tab away. Sorry about that. We haven't really done anything at all. We've just been chatting about being in nature and Vim mode and various services. And Suyash, you have... Don't open inside of there. Open out here. So what is this? This is...
So I have my...
Configuring VS Code to the next level. Okay, cool. I will, first of all, let's throw that into YouTube. Chantilly, you finally feel like you're doing your mod role a bit. Oh, thank you. Are you, I don't remember if I've, asked you if you like, have ever tried the mod view. I've looked at it in a few of the other channels that I've modded on, and it's pretty cool. It's nice. It does take away a little bit from the viewing experience, though. Yeah, it is a bit overwhelming. I agree with that. There's not really a good onboarding experience for like, hey, here's how to mod. You have a really helpful hack for YouTube live streaming. Oh, yeah, what is it? I'm using Restream, and that allows me to stream to both YouTube and to Twitch. And what I decided to do is because I launched the stream and there's a 5-minute or so, maybe, today was a little bit more than 5 minutes, getting started soon screen that I can't cut away because the streams end up being too long on YouTube. I switched it to only go live when I press the button on the YouTube website. That would be interesting if we could like write a program to do that for us. That would be nice. Okay. Let's run this. Remove RF. Yeah, okay, so we're going to remove this on our desktop and then cargo run, clone into that. Okay. Right, we got a bad instruction. Yeah. Okay. So you have a really helpful hack for YouTube live streaming. See, the problem is whenever your internet goes off, your PC shutdowns due to any reason, this will end the stream. I mean, yeah, that generally happens, but that's from OBS's side, right? You can really have a way to solve this problem. Some streamers use proxy servers, right? Is that what? Just set the stream on schedule. Oh yeah, that's what it is. It's on schedule. Like this stream is a scheduled stream, so it shows up beforehand. And then I have to have the only negative is I have to have a special OBS stream key per stream, as opposed to just like one for the service. So then if I lose the stream and I turn it back on again, it will just go back to that one. Oh, that's cool. All right, so we've got a bad instruction. Thread main panicked at main. Nice. Okay, that's good to know. I do have a UPS on the desktop here. And then I have UPS on my internet. So if I lose power to the house, we have 20 minutes or so before I have to shut everything down, which unfortunately, like a couple weeks ago, that happened to us, which was really unfortunate, but it was pretty rare. If the desktop crashes, though, that's pretty bad. Okay, so what are we doing? We are okay. So this is in the process pack file. So let's quit out of view. I want to go to the process pack file, and that's the apply delta instruction. This is where we were, I think. Oh, and we were in the middle of following instructions online. Yeah, you're already future problem secure. I hope so. This UPS has saved us a couple times in the past, and it is nice to have internet when the electricity is off. Like that is really nice. That one lasts for several hours. Okay, so I want where's my Firefox? All right, this is the article that we were looking at. So I think what we did was we went through this file and we did the apply delta instruction. But clearly we have a problem still because we are running into this got bad instruction with our unhappy face, which is on line 162. So here's our if instruction equals 0, we got a bad instruction. Oh, it's not that this is a problem, is that we never implemented if instruction is 0. We have to, no. Oh, wait, never mind. Appending 0 bytes doesn't make sense, so get disallows it, and then this is just literally return an error for this. So I unfortunately have an error somewhere else. That causes us to have a bad instruction. Oh no, okay. I didn't finish the implementation and the zeros from the incorrect reading the next entry. Okay, is that what I didn't do? I didn't finish. Like clearly I must have missed something, or just as you mentioned, didn't finish it. So let's go over this apply delta instruction here. So if I wish I like had more room on the screen or like on the stream to like I could just put all the documentation, all the code everywhere, and that would be so nice. I guess what I could do, let's full screen you. You go to the left like that. You come over here. You go to the right. And then also to the left of chat. Okay, so apply delta instruction. There we go. By the way, where's the cat? Zilby is, I assume, elsewhere in the house. When I came down here to prepare for the stream, like the initial prepare and like turn on the heater in the room, he followed me down, he jumped up onto his spot, and he just sat there staring at me, purring. But then I left, and so he followed me upstairs, and then we fed him because he wanted to eat food, and then he didn't follow me back down again. So maybe during one of the next breaks, we'll go ahead and grab him. Coffee, hello. How are you doing today? A bad story? It's not a bad story. It's just a cat story. Cat be cat. Also, Coffee, a 20 stream streak. Awesome to have you here for 20 times in a row. How are you doing today? Okay, so apply delta instruction. So we start with this block, right? So we have our let instruction, and then we're matching the read bytes. We have our okay, we grab the instruction out, which is at U8, and because that's from the read bytes here, right? They're doing this all in one. Oh, they're doing this in one line. Okay, so then if there's an error, if the error kind is this unexpected end of file, we return, but it's okay and false. Like we're done because we've reached the end of the instructions. If, however, it's literally any other error, we return an error. If the instruction and the instruction flag is so it's bitwise and so if the ones line up, then if that equals 0 because there are no ones at all anywhere, so there's no instructions, go ahead and return an error. So we bail out. If we get past there, oh, so the first one is here. Sorry, if the copy instruction flag. So if the one lines up for the copy instruction flag, then we're going into this if statement. If, however, said it lines up because there are no zeros whatsoever, like the instruction is 0 too, and there's no ones, then we have an error. So then we go into copy. So for copy, is that copy or is this move? Oh, I don't remember anymore. If it's 0 on an bitwise and, does that mean the one was present or the one was not present? I don't remember anymore. Coffee, you're doing good. You just finished with work and we'll have to go out for dinner in a few minutes. Nice. Hopefully it's a good dinner too. Let's see. Okay, so then inside of here, we let mute data equals our vector. So we initialize a vector of however long the instruction is. We read from our data. I'm doing this context to give us better error messages. Okay, 0 equals A and B means they don't have the bit set. Okay, so that means it's not a copy, meaning that it's the move or whatever the not copy is, the other one. Which I forget from Git. Okay, so stream read exact, that context, okay. And then we have result, extend from slice, then we add in this. Okay, so we're just gonna append in. Otherwise, yeah, this is the copy instruction. Okay, so now we're doing copy. So you're right there. Let mute, non-zero bytes. Okay, so we get our instruction, let our offset equals read partial int, stream copy offset bytes. Then we get the size. Yeah, so like if I remember correctly, they basically have several things together. Like we have our offset, then right next to that we have our size. It's the variable byte for each. So like it might be 1 byte, it might be multiple bytes to get what the offset is and what the size is. If it's size, we're going to copy 0 size. Otherwise, we're going to take our base. We're going to now do a get on this. So the base is our reader, our cursor. We're going to have our offset plus size. Okay, that goes there. I believe it was an unfinished applied delta. You were so close, but then the stream derailed for a while before you had to go. Yeah, that sounds like a standard Twitch stream. Okay, true. Okay, so... Well, this is the apply delta instruction function. And so all of these are in here. Oh, but then this is apply delta, where... Where does that get called from? There's apply delta instruction, apply delta instruction, apply delta instruction. I never have an apply delta. So hold on, in here. Okay, so this is in clone. We have our, so we get our decompressed object. Okay, so we put a cursor around the pack file, aptly named cursed pack file. We create our decoder. We start going through that. Read size encoding. Okay, so we get the base object size, the new object size. We get our base, decompressed objects. I then throw a panic in here because this is not done right. Is more, okay, so we apply our delta instruction on this. But the problem is not, because we're never hitting this panic here. Oh, because we did this once. So like if I take you out and we put you in here. When we run this, we should see those instructions start to come in before it fails. As it like builds this file up. Right, exactly this. For example, this file looks like it is blob. Okay, so it's a blob import. It looks like a, okay, so it's importing, it's one of the Python files. You need to seek the stream at the end. Okay. Well, we need to update the cursor location for how far we got. That's at the end of applied delta or just the end here? It's the end of here, like after the, no, it can't be after the loop. It must be in the loop after I apply delta instruction. I need to seek. Oh, but I don't have how far we went. Get the stream position before calling zlib decoder. And then seek to position plus total in after the loop. It's not, well, I guess I'm never getting to the end of the loop though, because I'm crashing before the end of the loop. So don't I need to do that before the end of the loop? Or I need to do that to base. It's on the next time the loop is called or before that. Well, I guess like, yeah, so it's within the loop, but because I never exit the loop, I never get to this panic. So it's somewhere in here, basically at the end of each loop. That's what we're saying. At the end of every loop, I have to update our cursor. Now we have two cursors, if I remember. We have the base and decoder. And base is get objects, expect. No, that's not base. Base is the base object that we're getting. Okay, never mind. Then decoders are only, no, decoder is the decoder. So we have stream. Wait, where's our cursed? You have it after the loop. Should be exiting the loop and seeing the panic. It's not though. That's the problem. Is so when I run this, let's remove this debug. What was it's that. When I run this, we panic on okay, so we initialize the get directory. We panic on got a bad instruction. So we never get to the end. We never exit the loop. And get a bad instruction is process pack file 162. So it's inside of here. Right there. This line. So I never get to that panic that's after that loop. Which tells me that I think, yes, that's a problem, but we have another problem before we get to that problem, if that makes sense. Which is fun. That's what we like to come to on Mondays, right? Now, apply delta instruction is the same as what we have in our instructions. Now, I don't have an apply delta, but I was attempting to sort of implement that in the other one, I think, inside of here. Oh, wait. Okay, so hold on. My cursed pack file. Oh, the cursed pack file gets a decoder in it. Oh, that's the, okay. So the decoder wraps around the cursor that wraps around the pack file. Okay. That's the problem. So Yash, have good luck on what you're working on. Developer, hello. How are you doing today? So okay, so our decoder, we have that. Now, if I update the cursor, I would guess that would update the decoder's location. So my guess is that in the loop, we have to update the cursed pack file location. That's my guess. Shandu, hello. How are you doing today? This is the first time you show up on Twitch. I could swear I've seen your username before. So you were on YouTube before, right? Well, either way, welcome to Twitch. Or welcome to our channel on Twitch. Okay, I don't need to touch that into the end. Huh, so then something else is breaking in the meantime. You're going for an Auth0 type application, but you're really investing in your time to read the docs. Nice. Yeah, it can be helpful. All right, so now applied delta instruction has a few different things. So it's possible that we're messing with this. Who's that guy on YouTube asking, oh, developer, what's my earning source? I make money obviously through some streaming, although it's not very much. I'm also building courses and trying to like maybe make a little bit more of a business out of doing that. But then I also do have a contract job that I'm working on part-time with a company. So I do web development for them. So my earning source is that. Okay, so let's go to read bytes. Let's double check that I did this correct. You're yellow. Unused result. That's obviously a problem. That couldn't cause an issue, right? All right, one change, one run, right? Oh, wait, was that it? That was it. Now we got our explicit panic. Okay. That was the problem. Clean up your warnings. So why was this the problem? So if we run this again, we get this error, right? That's just saying like got our bad instruction. Now we're returning an explicit, instead of like returning an anyhow error, we're returning an explicit standard IO result error. So it's like whatever this standard IO result is, that's what's coming out. So whatever read exact can give us. Now, if we come back to apply delta instructions and we take a look at this instruction here, if the error kind is this error kind unexpected end of file, we return okay false, letting us know that we're done with the file, that we finished running through it. But the problem is that this comes through an error, right? This has to return an error. Otherwise, it returns an okay. But because I didn't have that question mark there, when it actually had this error, when it was trying to read and get to anything, and it got the unexpected end of file, which was the error that it could get from that line, because I didn't have the question mark, it just dropped the result. It just like okay, I'm done. Toss it over your shoulder and then heads away, instead of handing it to my code to actually do what it's supposed to do. So in that case, because it didn't have an error, it attempted to move forward because it got an okay. Of course, it got an okay with a 0, 0. Like it was a 0 byte, which then of course triggers this. That's what the problem was. That's why we weren't exiting the loop. Fun times. Developer, you're fella, you do nothing. I'm a college student. Well, I mean, you do learning, right? You do college stuff. Like that's something, right? And then after college, hopefully you'll be able to get a job, and then you'll do that. Earlier, your plan was to make with Rust, but now I think I'll go with OCaml as it's much more beginner friendly. Whatever works, right? Like whatever allows you to do what you want to do, like that's the right language to use. Okay, now Asitsu, we're ready to do this. So we've now exited the loop. Now we need to update our we need to figure out where we got, so we can get our current location before we run these things. Now we kind of sort of did this before. So we need to do a seek like this. But when did I do the, I guess like we need to get our current position. So now we do this with a cursed pack file, right? So we get our position and that gives us a U64. Perfect. Now I need to get how far we got in here. Oh, do that before passing it to ZLive decoder. Okay, I can do that. Oh. What do you know? I did that already. Okay, so we have our current cursed pack file position. Now, I have the base object size, but then move this other code after the loop. Okay, so we want to decoder read to end, include, wait, okay, so decoder read to end, not the read to end. Okay, so I don't need the read to end. We have our count decoder total in. Okay, so for a decoder, right, we figure out how much went into this decoder. Okay, so we need that. So we grab you and throw you in here. So we figure out how much went in. And now we can use that along with our current cursed pack file position to update the cursed pack file wherever we are with that. So we're going to seek from start current cursed pack file position plus this count of whatever we just put into the decoder. Should be good. Okay, and now we shouldn't need this anymore. Because now we know we're going to get there. We now go through. I don't think I need this anymore. I think this was like trying to do all of what I was doing up here. I think I'm good to go. And then when we're finished doing this, that handles the ref delta, and then it continues on with the other files. And we have our get objects coming in here. Developer, you want to earn some money for traveling and transport expenses, but what can I do? I don't know. Please guide you. You're a MERN stack developer. So to make money with our coding skills, we have to find somebody willing to pay us for those skills, right? And generally speaking, people will only pay you if you can provide value to them. So you need to prove to them that you can provide value. I don't think I can review your portfolio. I just don't have the time to do it well right now. And I don't want to derail the stream too much by going into that. That being said, there are plenty of places in Discord communities where like a portfolio review can be done, usually in the Discords for the communities. And then people can give you like some, it's usually going to be like pretty like quick feedback of like, oh, I just took a look at it. Yeah, it looks good, or, you know, something else. If you want more in-depth feedback, I would try to find a recruiter in your local area and then ask them if they can help you review your portfolio. Usually recruiters will be open to that idea because they want to start a relationship with you, because that way when you graduate, they could then start working with you. That's what I would recommend. All right. Okay, so this is, okay, so we got our hash. We're doing our entire thing. Oh, right. we're doing this in the pack file object count. And then for each of these, we're throwing them into the pack file object types. Then we're grabbing them out here. This is great. I wonder if we just get to the end now and like nothing happens because we're not doing anything with the files. Like I don't think we're writing the files at this time. I wonder if it will just, yeah, end. Okay, so it ends without crashing. Excellent. Okay, so then after this is done, I kind of want to debug. I want to get the keys. No, not the keys. Okay, so we have our get objects. These get objects need to be written out to disk. We need to save them, which should be pretty simple. I should just be able to save them as is, right? So this is probably going to be let's do this as like another function here. So function like save get objects. All right. I don't know. You should be able to see that. Ad break starting in 5 minutes or so. I would do the 3-minute ads every hour to keep the pre-roll off. So we should, just a sort of a heads up for that. Maybe during this break, I'll go up and see if I can find Zilby. Now, if we take the get object, so let's take the get object, which is going to be, I don't need to take ownership of this. That's going to be that one. We're going to return a result. And I don't know if I care about that. I want to save all of these objects. So let's just do for get object in get objects. That gives me, we're going to have the key. So I think it's the hash value. So we have the get object hash get object in here. Okay. Now I want to take the get object itself and I want to save it. Why are you upset? Oh, expected result. Do that. Okay, so if we have a save. No, that's myself. Save the disk. Albert, hello. How are you doing today? Okay, so we have our content. So the first thing is a content. That's going to be our get object. You're already a reference. And then our path, which that path is target directory. I think it's target directory. You're fine. You just saved coding. You just finished coding in C. Why did I say? That's an interesting word problem. I almost just said like, hey, you saved C. Congratulations, you saved C. Now time for a coffee. I usually do coffee before I code. After I code, I'm tired. And I'm like, okay, time to take a break. But I can totally understand. It's like, okay, now time to like energize and do something else, right? Okay, and then target directory. Oh, okay, so target is here. We'll just hand this as a path there. With our path, this needs to be a path buff. Okay. What are you? You need to be cloned. Okay. We don't use you. We're not using you. So at the end of this now, we save get objects. We have our reference to the get objects. And then we have the target directory, which we'll clone. Okay. So if I do this, I should have a bunch of these, right? I should now have a bunch of objects inside of here. Now, if I want to like, what do I have? Oh, I just have these two. So let's create a new, oh, this is what that was for. So I can now go to my desktop. So if I wanted to LT get sample 3, dot get, oh, uh-oh, that might be a completely different issue altogether that we're about to run into. Okay, well, that took a little bit longer, maybe. I'm not timing it directly, so it's a little bit hard to tell. But it didn't give me any errors or warnings. Now, if I try to go into get sample 3, there's no .get. So that's a problem. There's no .get. All right. So the first thing I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do. Okay, so we successfully create the directory here. Now we can remove this ourselves. Oh, the ad break just started. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take this as an excuse time to go see if I can find Zilby, bring him down. Maybe we'll see where he is. So I will be right back.